again. So over the weekend was a holiday, and you know, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not really like big into holidays, to be honest. I mean, they're cool and stuff, but I am not a holidayer. You know, like, I don't hate like holidays or nothing like that. I think that a means to spend time and time with your family is not, you know, the worst thing, but there is a certain level of like commodification of spending time equals, you know, financial thingies, like, oh, you know, buy a gift or buy this or buy that. And I think that while those are, you know, things that we've made staples, we don't really need to engage with that. We don't want to. Also, just like sometimes the holidays could be like really painful for a lot of people who might be like missing loved ones or have no one to spend them with, you know, have no friends due to whatever reason, or family, and they can't you know, find that connection with people, whether it be because they don't want to, or, you know, they just don't see the relevance in that. And I can, you know, agree with their scenario, but ultimately, you know, the commodification of holidays is kind of sucky. And yeah, there was a holiday over the weekend, and you know, there's another one coming up in like 3 weeks or so. This isn't a video to bash holidays. I am just doing you know, the warm up before we do the other stuff, and hopefully this is out in a timely fashion, because the other video of the drawing with the blank contour drawing and the coloring of the tree is, oh boy, I just ripped the page, is bro, is this like tip actually that sharp? Like, I don't feel like it's that sharp, but maybe I'm just like bugging out. But that video should be out. I mean, obviously I'm referencing a video that from the future. Woo, ghosts of videos past. That video should be up already. Like, there is no way that video is not up before this one. But yeah, I'm in the future talking about I'm running behind, so please bear with me. But yeah, the holidays can be a tough time for some people, and you know, I can understand that. And they have seasonal depression, which is usually just, in my opinion, just wintertime. I never heard nobody say they got seasonal depression in the summer. I never heard that before. I'm sure some individual out there is gonna be like, actually, I have that in the winter time. Blah, blah, I mean, in the summer time. Blah 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 blah. Due to one time, my gerbil ran away in the summer, and we never found it. And I was also at summer camp. My mom told me that happened. In reality, there was no gerbil. It never ran away. I just want to be like contrary to which, you know, yeah. But holidays is a tough time for people, and you know, hopefully they are able to weather the storm. You know, the year is at its end. It feels like 20 years have gone by in the course of this 1 year alone, specifically. And yeah, you know, that can be rough. You know, it's been, you know, relatively rough, you know, for me as well, you know, there's just a lot of like emotional stuff that goes on and a lot of things that happen. Oh, it's like there's like a crack in the seam. I see it. So that's like a sharp edge just ripping the page. It's like a knife. It's like a crack. Well, but yeah, you know, a lot of things have gone on, and things always keep going on. You know, the real trick is how you deal with those things. Sometimes it just feels like it could be too much, and you have to you know, reevaluate what you put your energy into and how you're gonna do that. Because sometimes you have like a lot of time and you don't have it like budgeted correctly, so you end up misusing that time and creating this like vortex of you wish that you would have done something, but you just didn't know what to do. And now you just have to take into account that you gotta take into account that there are things that you know you wanna do. And I think I forgot to bring a paper towel, which in this weather is a dangerous game to play, because I need a paper towel. So you know, you got to think of like things to get for yourself, and things to do with you, your family, and whatnot, and things like that. Like you want to be able to maintain a level of I'm, you know, applying my time in places that I want, but I also want to just, you know, just, you know, chill. And a lot of times that's kind of hard to balance, you know, like sometimes, like especially like if you know, like you're like a gamer and you have free time, sometimes you'll just like either end up playing, you know, your game for hours and neglecting every other responsibility, the trash, dinner, just basic things, and then, you know, then it's the next day as work or whatever, or you know, you think that you're gonna be slick and you might work overnight and you think to yourself, well, I could just stay up all day because at night is gonna be real chill and I'll probably just like be able to you know, take it easy at work. And then the nighttime comes and you stayed up all day and you're like omega tired, but that tiredness is so like you become so tired that you start to get awake. So then the next day you gotta sleep, but you can't sleep because you're so like tired that you can't sleep. It's craziness. But generally, you know, you wanna. It's been a rough year, and I think I could say that with certainty for a lot of us. You know, it's been rough, it's been tough, and I just hope that things get better, things improve. Hope that people stay informed and have a good holiday season, because it is important to spend time with family. It's important to have that connection. I know they say a lot of stuff about like, you know, we don't have connection anymore, but I disagree with a lot of that, like those talking points about like people not having a connection. I feel like people do, and honestly, like when I was growing up, like yeah, like you know, the family would get together, but like the main reason why the family would get together is because of like certain relatives would be like the glue, because a lot of them didn't like each other, and if that person wasn't around, like they weren't gonna like, you know, wasn't gonna see like, you know, cousins and nieces and nephews, because they all had beef with each other. And if they all had beef with each other and they were all like, you know, battling each other or having a argumentative confrontation, it's like, what are you gonna do? But once they get around each other, you know, they get a little bit of food, a little bit of the, you know, holiday soda inside of their body, they change up. They become different entities altogether. And could they have gotten there without the connective tissue that is certain family members? No. But the facilitation of that was something that, you know, happened, something that was important at one point. But nowadays, you know, that those entities are like gone. Those connective tissues are essentially eroded out of the existence, out of the plane of existence that is the familial tree. Sorry, I'm trying to like get this. I shouldn't even mess with this camera while. Oh my gosh, I apologize. I'm just gonna like get it upright, and then that's about it. Like, I don't know, I would have to like get it up higher. Next time I'll just do a little more testing. It's really cold out here today, so, but without those connective tissues, the familial tree is just not going to be very familial. And you know, those bonds were being ate away at for years because, you know, everybody's just in their own world to have beef with somebody. And what I will have to say is that, like, you shouldn't put up with people, like, you know, who don't like you for no reason, or whatever the case may be. I don't think you should have to deal with that, you know. And a lot of those bonds, of course, yes, they're forced because, like, you know, maybe there's like a grandma that everybody loves, or an auntie, or an uncle that everybody's you know, respects and will show up to their function because they are the ones that curate, you know, family togetherness or whatever, you know. And that's something that's important, but at the same time, you know, a lot of that kind of goes away when those entities are, or those individuals are no longer with us. And people have friends, but I feel like, and this is like, you know, this is not how I feel about people, but I feel like a lot of people treat what is considered to be friends as like supplemental entertainment. And what I mean by that is, like, they only want you around because you're like, you know, you're like an act, right? Like, you're like a circus critter or something, right? Like, you are their entertainment, and they want you to be around to be essentially, you know, to perform for them because they're bored. You know, that's one thing I really don't like about like certain people, is they'll like talk to you when they're bored, or they'll like want to like do stuff like, oh, I'm bored, I'm gonna go see what this person's doing. Is like, you know, you could have like a hobby, or you do things that you like, right? Like, do you not have anything that you enjoy to do, any hobbies or any thing that you like, you know? And it's kind of annoying because it's like, well, you're supplemental entertainment until I get bored of you, and then now I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to sleep or find the next circus critter to critter for me. And it's a bit annoying, you know. It's a bit irritating. Yeah, but right now, since it's like the holiday season, obviously, like, there's like a bunch of like items that I want. Oh wait, I didn't even like finish the thoughts about you know, the seasonal like loneliness and whatnot. Like, if you're alone like in the season or whatever the case may be, like, I know like people don't like this, right? Like, people pretend like they like to search for community, but my opinion is, like, you know, find a community, find people that are like-minded, that share the same thoughts as you. Not like, you know, crazed lunatics, but like, you know, genuine people that are genuinely, you know, decent and have good ideologies to that you agree with, that you align with to some degree. Not even ideologists, like people that are just, you know, nice and cool and chill. And, you know, you guys could probably, like, you know, do something, or like make some real friends. Don't make friends because you want like supplemental entertainment. You know, just be cool people because you want to be cool with them, man. You know, it's really easy to do, to you know, find people that you mess with and that you jack with. I mean, sometimes honestly it's not really easy, depending on, like, I said it's really easy, I take that back. It depends on who you are. Because if you're like me or whatever, like, it's really hard to find other people that are like similar, because a lot of people don't know who they are, and if they do know who they are, they try to hide who they are to seem cooler, and that leads to a lot of issues. I don't know. We might have to put on these damn gloves. It's getting a little cold. I think. Let's see if I can draw with the gloves on. See that wind blowing? We're out here. It's like 40 degrees. I don't know what is it in Celsius. It's funny. I have my phone set in Celsius, but I still only know everything in degrees. Like it's like 9. But find some people that share some of your thoughts and whatnot, and that are like just chill. Oh my god, this thing is gonna fall. And that are chill, and I don't know, maybe like start a group chat or something and just relax and be kind to one another or some shit. Like I don't know. Like I don't really know what else to tell you in that regard. But it is hard to, dang, this is going to be rough. Like, you can't even feel the pencil. But it is hard to, get out of here. Go away. There's a squirrel, like, trying to, like, you better get out of here, squirrel. Just find some people that share your thought process and want to do what you want to do and think like how you think to some degree, or maybe don't think like how you think differently, and just share your time with them and be considerate of someone else. Because I feel like everybody's always like, oh well, we need this, we need that. Like, how it's not easy to go out and build something. It's not easy to curate a space for people to be and a sense of welcome and like warmth and whatnot. But go make that space, bro. Go like make a space where nobody's hurting anybody and everybody's just chill and being cool. Because I think that people just want everything to kind of be like pre-made for them, and in some cases I can understand that, but like when there's nothing, you have to kind of be that divining force, right? You have to kind of be that unique entity to unique. I don't know why I keep saying entity for everything, but it's just a thing that happens. You have to be that person and or being to divine that space for you and others. And it may not work out, but at least you tried, and trying is half the battle, because we can't all just get we can't just get what do you call it, we're not gonna all just find a space in which we are all just like, it's not gonna be pre-made for us, and if it is, it's probably gonna die in a way that is not necessary, because the person that owns that space is just like not around and everybody's there to kind of see them. But long story short, if you want people to spend the time with, these different holidays and such with, create that space for yourself. Make that space, make an e-family is what I would say. Make an e-family, and you should be ready to rock, ready to roll. And yeah, you can have anything you want as long as you go out there and I guess get it. But yeah, I think that's it for the warm-up. We've gone through this. We've taken our warm-up as far as we can go, I believe, and the paper is beginning to like just rip for some reason. But I'm hoping that Honestly, drawing with the gloves is a little bit gooder. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching. I will give you a final overview of the page of the warm-up. And yeah, we will be heading into the next drawing. Have a good time. Thank you guys for watching the video, for making it this far, and I will see you again in the next one. See you later. Adios.